Hey guys, HerbQuest here with the first Ironman progress video in quite some time. I believe my last major accomplishment was charging the Wyvern shield that I got the visage for. Starting off with some live commentary. Ooh, wow, as I log in, there's a really dope background. That makes me wonder if they changed the music to it too. Ooh, cool, they did. No idea what song this is, though. I'm pretty sure it's an in-game song in the wilderness, though. But enough of that. Cool song, cool background. I'm surprised they didn't go back to the old intro for like even a day. But let's jump into the Iron Man game, shall we? Starting off the day, getting my daily battle staves. I didn't actually buy any during my last Deadman binge, so I can still afford a couple more days worth. But let's take a look at what we've got ahead of us for this whole battle staff grind. Here's some more live commentary to explain. 17k battle staves and 100k cosmic runes, just breaking the 100k number. And I'm up to 7,000 orbs so far, so that's roughly 10,000 I need to do. But I'm going to go ahead and enchant all of them. I might make some of these stabs and alch them so I can keep buying more battle stabs. I didn't keep that up during Deadman though. I sort of got obsessed with Deadman once things started going well again and just sort of grinded the shit out of it. But time to do the same for Iron Man. Also, with the new intro and Halloween event being released on login that I noticed, when I did my first run of air orbs, I also noticed they did the chat interface updates. So here's some live commentary on my reaction to that. Wait, can you still tick manipulate? Oh, it's even easier now. Cool. And if you mess up, you can just chillax. Wow, that's... Welcome back to Easyscape. Okay. So, this grind coming back from Deadman Mode felt pretty good, doing something really long and intense for a while. There's the first 10,000 orbs. That 10,000 took me about the whole first day to get up to. Then I got some more battle stabs and had to recharge all my amulets of glory, which is a pretty easy task with the lunar spell and magic cape. Then I went about enchanting some more orbs, which really made my bank value go up quite a bit because I didn't realize that air orbs were worth so much money right now. Probably explains why there's so many bots there. But that reminds me of another thing that JJX did that makes doing orbs really nice, as I buy another day's worth of battle staves here. And that is that they made it so that you can no longer attempt to cast the enchant orb spell on another player, which means that it's even easier to hit the obelisk with the spell even if there's other people around you, because before it'd be like using the fish on the person standing on top of the fire instead of on the fire itself. Same deal with the obelisk, so now the player doesn't even register and you can click right on somebody and it'll click through to the obelisk, which makes things really, really handy. I love it. It's very nice. And I decided to mix up the time-lapse style a little bit for this one. And also I ran into this guy who decided to teleblock me when I was 3-ticking. Luckily I wasn't AFK, so I just came down and boxed a demon for a little bit. And then he says, "Nice bug abuse, mate," because it's meme right now. Kind of a dead meme now by the time this video gets up. But at any rate, that was a little bit funny. And then I realized I couldn't teleport away, and that kind of ruined my air running for a little while, so I took a break and came back to it a little bit later. Even solved a maze and just went about going between casting each one individually to speed it up and just sort of AFKing, occasionally forgetting to recharge my glory. And I've seen some people anti-PKing here, and something special happened here. Boom, 30 mil mage XP. That's a nice little milestone out of nowhere. But at any rate, I was about to go on about the anti-PKing that I've seen some people using some dragon claws with the air battle staff switch. They usually whack them with like a mystic air battle staff a couple of times because that's got like the strength bonus of a rune sim, and then they just pull dragon claws out of their ass and KO the PKer. It's a really cool anti-PK method that I saw get done more than once while I was charging these orbs. And then this guy in Mystic tried to PK me, and I lured him over to the spiders just to see if I could try and get him poisoned. But that didn't work out very well to my advantage. But luckily the teleblock wore off by this point, and with 7 HP I was just able to run over here and teleport away as he gets hit by a spider, secretly hoping he gets poisoned. But then a little while later, I'm doing some AFKing, and he finds me and kills me, unfortunately. Then I go back to pick up my grace, and he kills me again. It's just like borderline player harassment at this point. Tried to kill me another time, so this time I went up and grabbed some gear, and took me a minute to find him. I had to hop worlds, and he was killing people for their glories who were rune crafting. So I came over and teleblocked him just like he did me, and then realized that my attack options were all scuffed because this isn't my Deadman profile. But as soon as he sees that I have gear, he just runs straight to the ditch. I don't know why I had my protects on there. I only flashed it though. I know you're not supposed to use protects really for edge fighting. And then he finally comes up. And I get my smite up and start doing some work on him. He gives me a poke with his dragon dagger. And then I try to lure him with the tree standing behind it, making him draw close, and I didn't actually get the freeze on him. Then I just switch over to my melee switch, and he gets scared with that 30. I was getting ready to position my dragon dagger correctly. I should have had that set beforehand, but then he just tabbed. Then he messaged me later and mentioned that it was on vid and asked me to edit him in good. So I figured I would, but he made an agreement to stop trying to kill me while I was doing my orbs so I could do my orbs in peace. So that ended up working out. And plus it was a nice little diversion. I needed a break from running the orbs anyway. And there is 20,000. By this time it was nearly ready to collect my BattleStaves again, the dailies, so I decided to use up the charged earth orbs that I had gotten as drops on the BattleStaves and elk those up along with taking care of my kingdom, get another bulk of daily stabs for both this day and the next day. A nice little 1.3 mil from it, and now when I go about the elking time-lapse for all 18,000 stabs, it'll be all air stabs without any mix of the earth stabs, so that'll make it look nice and pretty for the whole time. I'd like to give a quick shout out to the person PMing me here real quick though, Deathlety. They're a new streamer, and they say that they were streaming agility, and I went over to the stream, and much to a pleasant surprise, they were not streaming agility, but rather dueling bandos, and they even got Tacit's at kill. I don't think it was that kill, but that trip that I tuned in, and so that was pretty cool to watch. But he wants to get into streaming, so I figured I'd toss his name out there. I'll leave a link to his channel down below, so give him a follow, guys, if you're into watching new streams and whatnot. As for that elking time-lapse, so where I elk all 18,000 of these BattleStaves, I still haven't decided what I want to do for that yet. I'm thinking I might just go about the steel dragons like I did last time, and maybe keep all the stackable loot on me as I go back and forth, because it's going to take more than one trip, because I remember last time I was able to get just up to the point of 100 mil as my last extended anti-fire ran out. So I know this time, since there's more stabs, I'm going to need more potions, so I won't be able to cut it that close again for sure. But I ended up finishing them all, around 192 mil worth of BattleStaves and air orbs. Now it's time to start combining them. Then I'll do the elking time-lapse, and then following that will be part 2 of the audiobook series. I'm going to be working on that while I start the Road to Max official series as well, starting with woodcutting so I can AFK away at that skill while I make the audiobooks. See you soon with the elking time-lapse, guys. Peace.